So $250 gets us use of this room, and we have an office. And speaking of rent, our landlord's here.
My fellow Democrats. Tomorrow, this building turns 100 years old. And since the history of the Polish Club is entwined with the history of the trade union movement and the history of the Democratic Party, I thought I'd share some history with you tonight. Now, when I say 100 years old, that is not the whole building. It is from about right here on, was built in 1916. Then in the 20s, they went up to a second floor. But in the 1930s, this was added on here, and your office there was built for the Plywood Workers Union. The Plywood Workers Union was the largest union on Grace Harbor. They had 1,800 workers. They also not only covered the plywood mills, but they covered the door factories. The biggest and strongest union in Grace Harbor. Why did the Polish Club do it? Because most of the Polish people that came to Grace Harbor came to work in the mills. And the mills were union. And they fought for the unions. And upstairs, right above us, is now, has been a dance studio for many years, but that was the union meeting hall and our lodge meeting hall. And not only did the plywood workers meet there, but unions like the airplane and piano workers union. That's quite a combination, isn't it? Airplane, that's, I think, Posey Spruce Lumber there. Over the years, I'm just going to go back to my 40 years as a precinct committeeman and 30 years as president, manager, and mostly janitor of this club. So I came in 1972 as a precinct committeeman. There was one Republican in our county office. He was dispelled in the next election. And for the next 36 years, all 9 offices of our county government were entirely taken by the Democratic Party. Not one Republican. The unions that met here. We had the Weyerhaeuser sawmill met here. We had the paper mill met here. And then the big one was the Rainier pulp mill, especially during that big strike in the 90s. They then took were in your office. What's now in your office was Local 169's headquarters as they fought for one of the bitterest strikes on Grace Harbor. And that's how I got the building wired. I gave them a free year's rent till we rewired the building. Now, there's other things going on that are going to intertwine, I think, with you guys too, that are already happening here. For one, you know that the next election may hinge largely on the Hispanic vote. And you know that the Hispanics mostly vote Democratic because we represent them far better than the other party. But did you know that the Polish Club is the social center of the Hispanic community in Grace Harbor? That I have had over 300 First Communions and baptisms here? And by election day, there's going to be over 1,000 Hispanic people that are going to walk by your office and up the stairs to celebrate. So you might want to consider putting some Hispanic signs on your window out there. Now I'm starting to make a case here. And it's a case I presented before the Aberdeen City Council last week. And that case is, the proposition before you is that the Polish Club of Aberdeen is the most significant historical building in Aberdeen.
Yes.
So, I gotta add a little more fuel to the fire to get that far. Let's take our performing arts. Everybody knows that the Bishop Center puts on the finest musicals in the region. They're noted throughout the whole region for our musicals. Where did they get their dancers? Well, they got them from the Polish Club. We had Park School of Dance, first the mother and then the daughter. We had Gail Russell School of Dance here for about 15 years. We have Mindy Parker and Grace Harbor dance. We have now upstairs this Laurie Ostrich and Turning Point Ballet. And then, Aberdeen's most favorite citizen, famous citizen, Kurt Cobain. Now, Kurt Cobain didn't play here, but everybody that wanted to be Kurt Cobain did. Only the Northwest Passage is the only current venue that has done more grunge shows than the Polish Club. So we have supported here the community. We have the community. We have all these organizations in the community. And they come to the Polish Club to what? To have a rummage sale, to support themselves. We have had over 500 organizational rummage sales right here in this room. Everything from high school kids wanting to go on a trip to the Daughters of the American Revolution having a scholarship fund to the Central Park Lions Club rebuilt their building out there by having about 20 rummage sales here over 10 years. This has been a venue for community support. And when our congressmen come here, Congressman, I have heard you say from right there how much you like this building. They have all told me that. Murray has had fundraisers here. Cantwell has had fundraisers here. They have all commented on this building. And what is it about this building? It's not that fancy. It's just simple. It's just plain. But there's something about it. And the something about it is it's made out of wood. All wood. There are only two big commercial wood buildings left in Aberdeen. One is the old Winnicott buildings, which is now Valley Floors, and there is the Polish Club. And what better representation of the timber capital of the world is there than an all-wood building? And it's right here. Last, I'd like to present to you the social fabric of our community. If there is a wedding, if there is an anniversary, if there is a funeral, if there is a birthday, anything that brings family together, and the family needs a place to be, that has brought them to the Polish Club to celebrate. This is the social fabric of the community, right here. And we, did I mention it's a quaint place to have a beer? So, we hope to take us into the next century. We hope to keep going. And I am encouraged tonight because, as you know, I haven't been able to come because of senior care issues much, but this is a great crowd tonight. I haven't seen a crowd here like this in a long time. And so I think both the Polish Club and the Democratic Party can take on into the next century as we go on together, locked together in our histories, locked together in our commitment to this community. Thank you very much.